Hello everybody, my name is Markiplier. Actually, no it's not, it's Deadpoolzilla. If I was Markiplier, I'd be rich, and Korean, and handsome, and not thinking about suicide every 2 weeks. That got a little deep. Anyway. So yeah, if you guys are wondering what this video is about, this was kind of an idea I've been kicking around of talking about, because I did this in a live stream shortly after Heroes in Crisis ended. Now, I know Heroes in Crisis, the recent DC event, has kind of left the DC fans divided, and it wasn't and as much as I love a lot of Tom King's work, I will admit that Heroes in Crisis kind of left a bad taste in my mouth. You're entitled to like a writer, but not like everything he likes. Just saying, you know. Just because I like Tom King doesn't mean I'm going to defend every iota of his work. I'm not gonna, you know, be like one of those fanboys. So, yeah, Heroes in Crisis is one of the few Tom King things where I'm like, because I feel like that there was something, you know, I feel like there was a lot missing. I feel like there was this, hold up, my phone is being annoying. Anyway, I feel like that there was this, like, gap here, and I feel like there was some unexplained stuff in here, and I feel like there was supposed to be more than just 9 issues. I feel like that this was supposed to go on for at least 12, and also probably would have better explained it, and I feel like the ending got away from King on a whole. So that was kind of my problem with it, is that I feel like at the ending, especially as a Wally West fan, I was like, wow. So this is kind of like this video is pretty much going to be me kind of talking like how to do damage control with Wally West. Now, obviously, Wally's still going to have his own comic. I think he's going to be in a DC comic. I think he's going to be in either Suicide Squad or a new miniseries that's going to deal with the fallout of this. But, yeah, I was kind of thinking, you know, what would be a better comic ending for Heroes in Crisis? Because I was liking everything up to the ending. So my biggest thing with it was kind of, you know, I kind of felt like there was just something wrong with the whole, Batgirl, Harley, Blue Beetle, and Booster are the 4 people that that Wally trusts most. And I was like, I'm not feeling that. Like, it should have been a moment with him and Barry. Now, the other thing is, I thought of a way to essentially kind of, work with this ending and still have it that, yes, Wally did kill those people and he was going through some psychological trauma. Because I did like that. I did like that King addressed that Wally, out of everyone else, the DC universe right now, is kind of fucked in the head. Because the big thing with him was that he lost everything. You really have to take into account that he lost everything in this new universe. He lost his kids, he lost his marriage, he lost his identity. So, of course, he's going to freak out and do stuff. Now, my biggest thing, and this was a thing that a lot of people were kind of speculating on, was why not just have Psycho Pirate be the one behind everything? And you could still do the whole story arc of Wally killing all of those heroes. You could still do that. I wasn't opposed to that happening. My thing was, you could have done that, but had it that it was Psycho Pirate who really kind of pushed him in that direction, and pushed all the other heroes in that direction, because, yeah, there are just some dumb moments here in this comic, in this whole event, that made me go, really? Like how no one really thought of, like, there were certain clues that were thrown out there that was like, okay, why didn't you notice that, or it doesn't explain that, and why doesn't the heroes go deeper into this? So there were several moments like this investigation, especially from the world's greatest detective, as well as Superman and Batman, who are like, yeah, why didn't you notice this sooner? I feel like that what would have been a cool explanation was that it was Psycho Pirate who kind of mentally pushed these moments before. For those who are unaware of what Psycho Pirate can do, Psycho Pirate basically has the ability to manipulate emotions, as well as manipulate minds. But he does the emotional manipulation the most. So I think it would be kind of interesting had it been Psycho Pirate that he was the one kind of clouding everyone. And it would have made a sense with the Medusa mask thing going on that didn't really go anywhere. It was just like a little thing to throw people off. I was like, why did you use the whole Medusa mask thing to begin with, Wally, if that was your whole key? And that was another thing that bothered me when this whole investigation and they were seeing the Medusa mask everywhere. No one in this entire event brought up an idea of, hey, maybe we should go investigate Psycho Pirate real quick and see if he's involved somehow. And even in the comic, if they did that in the comic and Psycho Pirate was like, nah, man, it ain't me, I'd have been fine with it. But it would have made more sense, like, hey, if Psycho Pirate was kind of like clouding everyone's mind, because he is strong enough in some iterations to manipulate the emotions of, like, Batman and Superman and all these other great, Omega level, these great heroes. So I don't want to say Omega level, whatever. That's a weird word. But yeah, these big guns of the DC universe, he could easily just kind of go in there and kind of psychologically, mess with them. So I think it would have been cool if that was the case. And I would have, if I had any say in this comic, I'd have been like, yeah, Psycho Pirate was the one who really pushed Wally. And I would have kept that Wally was the one who killed everyone. Yeah, but Psycho Pirate was the one who pushed him in that direction. Like, he really latched on to Wally because he knew how mentally fragile he was as a person. And I get it. Like, that makes perfect sense of, like, yeah, you could have, it's one of those you could have your cake and eat it too moments had it been like Psycho Pirate sensed that Wally was kind of just just on the frayed ends of sanity at this point. Kudos if you got that reference. But he was just on the frayed ends of sanity, and he was ready to snap, and he just gave him that little push in that right direction and caused Wally to freak out, kill everyone at Sanctuary, and then have that moment of, oh my god, I need to clean it all up, and just be like, yeah, he's just sitting in Arkham like, yeah, I did this, and that's so cool that no one figured it out sooner. Also, would have preferred if it was Barry talking to him with family, because that whole thing with Booster that made me go, yeah, where were your family, bro? And I'm like, really? I don't know if he's ever hung out with you longer than 10 minutes, Booster. I know he served with you in Justice League, in the Justice League a few times, but you guys were never bros. Let's be real. I wish it was Barry, Barry and Superman, as well as, Batman and Wonder Woman kind of doing this, family moment, because I would have believed that. I would have believed that, even Batman would say, hey, I'm part of your family too. I'd have believed that more than Batgirl, Harley Quinn, Booster, and Beetle. I can't be the only one who thinks that, rather than just have Barry kind of like, well, whatever, Barry kind of hardly in this when it's Wally who, I know that, yeah, he had some earlier moments in this comic, but I felt like he was just kind of felt like an afterthought by the end of it. Now, if you liked Heroes in Crisis, that's totally fine. No, I got no problem with you. I'm just saying that I felt like it had such a great premise, and there are some great moments in here of dealing with superhero psychology, and that's something we don't talk about hardly ever, and I thank Tom King for bringing that up. But I just feel like it got away from him at the end, and that just ending left a bad taste in my mouth, because there were so many things in here in this comic that made me go, that's a really cool idea, why not play with that further? Or that was a really cool idea, why not play with that further? It just felt like it just burned out of steam at the end. So yeah, it'd been interesting if it was, like I said, like, again, you could have had your cake and eat it too. If I wrote this, I wouldn't retcon the whole thing of, yeah, Wally did kill those people, they weren't like robots or some shit, and it was just all a dream. No, I would have it that, yeah, Wally was mentally unstable. With good reason. Dude lost fucking everything. But Psycho Pirate was the one who kind of was the straw that broke the camel's back, and in order to further damage the superhero community, he was the one who kind of manipulated Wally into doing this with doing the whole reveal to Lois, and also having Lois being the one yeah, okay, I'll reveal the whole thing of Sanctuary being a thing and showing that all the superheroes are mentally unstable, because even if she was threatened by Wally West, I doubt Lois would be like, no dude, you're not stable. So that was my thing, is that Lois, he would definitely, that would be another thing Psycho would do, was, manipulate her emotions and kind of bring out that kind of inner, wanting to be recognized for a big story. So that would be another thing that I think, would prove that, yeah, he's such a good villain, and it's a perfect example because he deals with Psyche. That's where he attacks you. So, yeah, if I wrote this, I wouldn't retcon, oh, Wally's not the killer. No, he is the killer, but the real mastermind behind this is a dude who delves into your psyche and fucks you into the 9th degree. So, there you go. So what do you guys think of this? Just comment below, let me know, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.